Courtney, and today I dressed up as Rey because she's one of my favorite characters from Star Wars, and we're going to be drawing BB-8 today. But first, do you guys want to see a lightsaber? I borrowed one from Kylo Ren. You can kind of see it from here and up on the side. But we're not using a lightsaber to draw today. All right, so let's make sure we have all of our equipment. We need to have our piece of paper, a pencil, a marker of some sort, an eraser, our pencil sharpener just in case, and our colored pencils for today. I have a black, orange, gray, and a lighter orange. But you could also use different colors if you wanted to color BB-8 in your own colors. So, like we usually do before to get ready to draw, we need to warm up our wrists. So everyone, let's take and let's go like this, do circular motions with our wrists. And then let's go the other way. Awesome. We need to make sure we do our shoulders. So let's roll our shoulders back. And then forward. It helps to get us all nice and warmed up and ready to go. All right, everyone ready to start? Let's do this. So let's take our pencil. And we're going to start by drawing a large circle in the middle of the page.
Pencil.
I have a lightsaber too.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
She said in the middle.
So right here. We want to make sure we still have enough space at the top because we're going to
I can't see the circle.
Play not bad.
right here. Should look just like that. Okay, now that we've drawn BB-8's body, we're going to start by drawing his head. So to draw his head, we're going to go a little ways up, make a line, little dot right there, and we're going to draw half a circle for his head. So it's going to look just like this. And we're not connecting it to the circle that we drew below. It's hovering just above, like so. Okay. Now, once we've drawn that half circle, we're going to connect these two sides together, but we're not going to draw a straight line across. We're going to draw a slightly curved line that's going to go into this larger circle. So it should look something like this. Perfect. So now we have the main components of BB-8. Let's give him all of the little details that really makes him who he is. So let's start here on the head portion. We're going to draw a circle right in the center. So just like that. After we've drawn this main circle, we're going to draw a second one right next to it, but it's going to be a little bit smaller. Like that. And after we've drawn that circle, we're going to draw another circle right underneath the big one. It's going to be really tiny. And then, surprise, we're going to draw more circles inside this larger circle. So right towards the top part, I'm going to draw a circle here. And we're going to draw a smaller one towards the center of it, like that. And then back over in this one, I'm going to draw one circle just in the center. So it should look like this. Okay, now to add more details. On top of his head, he has like little antennas. So we're just going to draw a shorter line and a longer line. After we've drawn those, we're going to start on the left side of his head. We're going to draw a curved line that goes all the way across to the other side. not touching the circle in the center. Should look somewhat like this. And then we're going to do the same thing right above it. Okay, once we have this top portion done, we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So starting on the left side, let's work our way across, making sure we're not touching the circle and connecting to the other side. All right, let's start doing something different than circles. So how about some squares? We're gonna start right here on the right side of his head. We're gonna draw a line in towards the circle, and we're gonna connect it down to the line that we just drew before. And then one more, but a little bit tinier. Just like so. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So let's draw a circle in, or not a circle, sorry, a straight line across. And we're gonna connect it down to the bottom. And another line up, and over, and down, making another little square piece. And then let's just do one more right next to it.
Can you slow down, please?
Once everyone's ready with the head, give me a thumbs up. Okay, now that we have this head portion done, we're gonna move on to the body. Now there's gonna be a lot of the same types of circles and squares and lines, and don't worry about making it perfect, it's gonna look great. So let's start over here on the right side of his body. BB-8 is composed of mostly circles. So we're gonna start by drawing a circle around here on the side. So you should only see part of it just like this. Once you've drawn this part, we're going to go over to the left side and we're going to draw another part of a circle. And it should look like that. Awesome job, you guys. And now we have to do one more down at the bottom. Now we're only going to be able to see a small portion of this circle, which should just look just like that. Okay, once we have these main shapes done, we're going to do the same thing, but slightly smaller and on the inside of the circle of these round shapes that we have. So starting with this right one, we're going to curve and curve down, kind of like a C shape. And it should look just like this. Once we've done this side, we've got to do the other ones. So moving over to the left side, I'm going to curve, round, just like that. And then one last time, let's go down to the bottom and draw a little tiny one. We can only see that little tiny bit. She'll look just like this. Okay, now we're gonna get into some crazy details, just like what we did up on the head. But we're gonna go nice and slow. So is everybody ready for the next part? Give me a little thumbs up if you're ready to go. Awesome, good job, you guys. Okay, so let's start on this circle here, or part of this circle. We're gonna take, and we're just gonna draw a line. After we've drawn this line across, we're gonna go right below it, and we're gonna draw a little circle. And after this little circle, we're gonna go over the side and we're gonna draw another little circle. And one more time over here, we're gonna go down and draw another circle. These are gonna represent all the little components that hold BB-8 together. So back up to where this circle is, we're gonna go up above the line and draw another tiny circle. Okay, now that we have all these little circles drawn, we are going to start by adding some rectangles to the insides of these main parts. So if we go over here to the left, we're going to draw a line down and connect it to the edge. And then we're going to go down here to the side. We're going to draw a line up next to it and connect it down. Now, still staying inside of this area, you can add some cool components. One thing I'm going to do is add just a slightly curved rectangle. So going around and making it look just like this. Once you've done that, I'm going to add another curved, like half of a circle inside. And then one more piece down here. Looks just like this. Now that we finished this portion, go over to this side and do the same thing. So let's start by doing these rectangular pieces. So we're gonna start up on the top. We're gonna draw a line down, bring it to the side, and draw it back up and connect it to the top. Here, here, and here. And now we're gonna go down here. We're gonna draw a line in, draw another line, and connect it back down. And one more time at the very bottom, we're gonna draw a line up, over to the side, and connect it to the bottom. So we should have 3 rectangular pieces that we can see. Once we have these 3 pieces, we're gonna go starting on this left side and draw a curved line, bring it down, curve again, and connect. Now in the center portion here, we're gonna draw 3 lines. chunky lines. So we're going to draw one. We're going to curve back up and connect. It's going to be this one right here. We're going to do that two more times. So there should be 3 total. So we have 1. Let's do another one. 2. And 3. So it should look just like that. After we've done this little piece, we're just going to add one more little rectangular piece right here. And now we're done with this one. Then we just have one little piece left, and he's the easiest of all, because all we're going to do is start right at the top. We're going to draw one line down and a second line right next to it. And you've done all the details. So there's one more thing we need to do before we line. Now we have the whole piece. We're going to give BB-8 something to be on, because right now he's kind of just floating around. So starting on the left side, we're going to just draw a line. And to the other side, another line. Now it looks like he's on a ground. He's on a solid surface. How is everyone doing? Can I get a thumbs up if we all made it here? Awesome job, you guys. Okay, well, the hard part's over. Now comes the fun part. We're going to take our marker. It can be your Sharpie or black marker or a pen. And we're going to start doing the detail work. So we're going to start right at the top of the head here. We're going to go around the circle that we did. Nice and slow. Just like that. Once we've done that, inside the circle, we're also going to outline those circles. So we have one right in the center and one right to the side of it. Now comes a really fun part. We're going to fill in this whole area with the marker. Make sure you don't fill in those 2 circles though. We want to make sure those ones stay nice and white. Perfect. Once you guys have that middle circle area filled in, we're going to do the same thing to the one right next to it. So we'll draw a circle around. We're going to draw that circle on the inside. And we're going to fill it in. Perfect. Once we have these 2 pieces done, we're going to go on to the outside. So first, let's outline his head. So I'm going to start on the left here. I'm going to slowly go towards the top and make my way down. And then I'm going to connect these 2 pieces. Once you've done that, we're going to do the whole circular shape of his body. So starting right at the top, we're just going to slowly go around. And connect it. So it should look just like this. Once we have those two pieces, we're going to go right to the top of the head. We're just going to draw one line down and one line right next to it. Now we're going to outline all the details we did inside the head. So starting at the top, let's go right here. And do the one right underneath. And then at the bottom, let's go right here. And just like that. Once we've done this line, we also need to draw a little circle right under the big one. After that, we're going to go over here to the side and down the line. Go up, down, just like that. So we should have these two pieces nice and dark. Outline this one. And these two. So his head should look just like this. And we're done with the head. Now let's outline the details on the body. So starting on the left side, we're going to curve around. And we're going to draw another line right next to it, following over the lines that we previously drew. We're going to darken these ones, as well as this piece and this piece. I'm going to draw the circle and one more rectangular piece. So the left side should look something like this once we've used the marker on it. Once we've done this side, let's move over to the right side and start by drawing the largest piece. We're going to do the smaller one. I'm going to outline this rectangle, this rectangle, as well as this one down on the bottom. And then we have this big piece that we have to outline. A smaller one right here. And the three ones in the middle. Just like that. After we've done this side, now we just have the one at the bottom. We're going to draw a curved line around. Another curved line. And then two lines. And that bottom one is done. Now all we have to do is draw this line that goes from this side to this side. Just like that. And we're going to outline those 4 circles that we have. So let's do this top one, the second one right underneath it, third one over on the left side, and fourth one down at the bottom. Okay, once we have that, let's just do our little line that we drew on the bottom. And now we've outlined BB-8. But before we can color, we need to make sure that this ink is nice and dry. So let's all fan it with our hands. Make sure it's nice and dry. We don't want any smudging when we go to erase the pencil lines. Once it's nice and dry, let's have everyone get their eraser, whether it be one that looks like this, or it could be at the end of a pencil. We're gonna take the eraser and we're gonna get rid of all those pencil lines that we had. Because we used a marker, that'll be the only thing that's left over. Okay, once we're done erasing, we have all these little erasing pieces. So we're just gonna push them to the side because we don't want them in the way of when we're coloring. Okay, now let's get into the fun part. Let's take an orange pencil and we're gonna start on the head. So the head pieces we need to do are these little squares. They're going to be orange. So I'm gonna start on the right here. Color those two orange. Go to the left, do some more orange. So just like that. Once we've colored those pieces, we're gonna move on to the body and we're gonna color these three chunks orange. So start here on this side. Let's color this piece orange. And once done with this one, we're gonna color the left side. And then we'll do the bottom piece. Perfect. Now we just have a couple more pieces that need to be orange. So if we look at this section, we're gonna color these three rectangular pieces. So it will be this one, this one, and this one. So it should look something like this. Once you color those three, let's move over to this side. Now on this one, we only have two pieces to color. So it'll be the one on the side and the one right here on this side. Once done with these two, Then at the very bottom, we only have one piece to color, and it's right in the middle. Like that. And now we've colored all of the orange sections. We're going to grab a gray pencil. If you don't have a gray pencil, you could always use the pencil that you used to sketch. I have a gray colored pencil, so I'm going to be using that. Now the gray sections that we're going to be coloring, we're going to start here with the top of his head, and we're going to shade in right here. And then we're going to do right at the bottom of his head. And then this little tiny circle is going to get some gray as well. So shade it right there. Once done with that, let's go into the body. For this large piece, we have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces to shade in with the gray. So I'm going to start here on the left piece. And I'm going to do these 3 middle ones. And this bottom one right here. Once done with these, let's go over to the left side. And we have these 3 pieces to color gray. Just like that. Now the only thing left on BB-8 to color gray is those 4 circles that we have. So I'm going to color right here, 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 and down at the bottom. Now that we've colored BB-8, let's give him a little bit more of an environment. So we're going to take our gray pencil, and down at the bottom, we're going to start by giving him a shadow. So it's just going to be kind of like a curved area. Makes him look like he's got a little bit more mass to him. And once done with that, I'm going to take my yellowy orange color and we're going to shade the background a little bit. So I'm just going to go on the side. I'm just going to go all around BB-8, making sure not to color into the droid, but staying right on the outside. And we're going to do the other side. Going all the way up the side of the page. Just like that. And there you have it. We've drawn BB-8. But we can't forget, we always need to sign our piece. So down at the bottom, you can write your name. I'm going to put a little smiley face, just like that. And there you go. Once you guys are done, go ahead and hold up your picture because I want to make sure I can see all of yours and see how it turned out. Oh, wow. Awesome job, you guys. You're all so talented. Good job. Good job, you guys. You're gonna be pros. I know it.
Do you like mine?
Yes, of course. It looks great. You guys all did such a wonderful job. Thank you for joining me today and learning how to draw BB-8. I hope you come next time. We're going to be doing Pixar characters. I'm going to be dressed up, I believe, as either Elastigirl or
Forky.
Incredible. What was that?
Forky.
Forky? Do you want Forky?
I like Forky.
Forky? Okay, I'll
It's
put in a special
funny.
request. Maybe we'll draw Forky next week.